Hey, it's Jennifer Nicole, and today I'm going to be showing you how to curl your hair with a nice curling wand and how to get these beautiful, beautiful curls. Okay, so you want to start with sectioning your hair and just putting it up in a clip or a ponytail, really anything to just get that rest of your hair out of the way. And you always want to make sure that you're using a heat protectant. Heat is never good for your hair, but using a heat protectant will just mitigate the damage that it does to your hair. Also, I like to keep mine on the low setting. There's two settings. There's a low and a high, and I keep mine on low just so that I, again, do less damage to my hair. What you're going to do is I just take it in half, and then I'll curl everything in front of me so that I can see what I'm doing in the mirror. So I like to take sections about 1/2 inch of thickness, and then you're just wanting to wrap it around. Now, a lot of these curling irons come with gloves. If yours has a glove, definitely use it if you're new to this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a section, and you just want to make sure that it's smoothed out, and then you're just going to take your barrel and hold it upside down, and then start at the top and wind your way down the barrel, and then just hold the tips with your fingertips. Hold the tips of your hair. And then just hold it there for a few seconds and then release it into your hand. So you want to release it into your hand to let your hair cool down a little bit. So I like to curl all of my front curls away from my face because I don't like anything coming into my face. I just like the way that it looks better personally. So I am just going to do that, and then you can, when you get towards the back, start rotating the direction of your curls so that they don't stick together. I honestly only do that sometimes just because it's harder if a curl goes flat to go back and define which direction it goes. Often I'll just curl it the same direction, but sometimes when you curl them all the same direction, your hair can kind of morph into one. If you're having a hard time with your hair always turning into like one giant curl, then just change the directions you go, wrap it around to the left and then wrap it around to the right, and you'll get that variation will keep the curls from just wrapping around each other. So if you don't want to go back and forth with direction with each curl, you can also go back and forth with direction with each layer. And none of the curls need to be perfect. I feel like to get a nice beach wave effect, it's really nice to have a little bit of messiness to it. In my opinion, it looks a little bit prettier because it's not so uniform. So if some curls turn out a little weird, just keep going, don't get discouraged. If you get to the end and they still don't really fit with the look, you can just go back through and touch those curls up. So it's just really, it's not a big deal. Really having the curls look a little bit different each time is what gives your whole look just a beautiful, just gives you a nice loose beach wave curl effect. If your hair doesn't hold curl very well, you can always go a size down than the desired curl that you want, and as it loosens it will look more like you like it and it will hold a little bit longer. And you want to make sure that you prep it with some hairspray. Okay, so this curl right here is a really good example. As you can see, it's sticking out. It's not really like conforming to the look that I would want it to, but I'm not going to do anything with it right now because I want it to cool down and to really keep that curled shape before I pull on it and separate it. I just want to make sure that everything is cooled down and set before I go in and do anything else. But you're just going to go through, wrap it around, and as you can tell, I'm just holding the very, very tip and then just releasing that so that all the curl is really around the barrel. And again, I just hold it upside down and then just wrap it around. So I'm just going to curl the next layer of my hair, and then I'll show you what I do for the top and the front. Okay, so I curled these other layers, and now I'm just going to let this down. I'm going to go through and show you how I do the top. So now that I find my part, this section is a little bit too thick, so I'm going to go through and I'm just going to pin this back. I like to kind of smooth out the top, but I don't like to curl it all the way against the scalp because then I find the curl just starts way up on my head, and I really like it to start a little bit lower. So now I'm going to take this very top layer And this is the type of layer that you really want to take your time, because this is what's really going to be what you're really going to see. Those last 2 layers are just what everybody's actually going to see on top, and the rest just doesn't matter near as much because it's kind of hid underneath these curls right here. And with my bangs, I like to curl them away from my face and just blend them into my hair. So as you can see, I already curled one piece of my bangs and it already just goes straight into my hair. There's not a distinct bang area. It is a little bit easier to fade them into your hair if they're slightly larger sections, because if you have a ton of small sections, they are just going to kind of stand out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to let that cool down for a second, and I'm going to move on to this side. And I'm just going to repeat the steps that I did on this side, and I'm just going to pull it away from my face, and I'm just taking it a little bit lower. Here's what the curls look like, and I like them this way. You can leave them that way, but I like to have them just a little bit more separated, so I'm going to go through with my fingers and just blend them out a little bit. I hope that you enjoyed how to get these nice, beautiful beach waves. I think that they are just stunning and one of my go-to looks. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video on how to create these curls. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe. We are getting close-ish to 100 subscribers, and once we do, my husband will be doing my makeup, so if you want to see that, that'll be really fun. Just click the subscribe button down below and help us get a little bit closer. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.